Are you ready, Cuddles? Go ahead and take your perch here. Welcome, everybody, to the Sin Adventure. I'm James Showers, cleanest name in the biz. I have a certified, registered, and documented scent specialist over here. Her name is Cuddles. She's an African Grey. We're going to be taking a look at Dr. Squatch. Squatch? I always say Squatch. We're going to go ahead and say it's Dr. Squatch today. We have the is this the Avengers? We have the Avengers pack here. I do not have the box and everything, but I have all four of the soaps: the Thor, the Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk. Now we will take a look at each of the boxes and the soaps here in today's video, but we're mainly going to go ahead and focus on the scents. Do they smell good? Are they worth it? Is Dr. Squatch releasing good limited editions, or are they just rebadging, reboxing old soaps and selling them here to fans of Marvel and fans of the Dr. Squatch? Squatch. First one up is this Scrub Smash. Now, Dr. Squatch actually did the Hulk pretty dirty with this release here, because not only is it a very plain looking green with a couple little black dots and specks inside there that you can barely even notice, but this smell is not very good. It's so bad that it is almost good, if that makes sense. They say cucumber and a green spice, but this is more like a pepper and a grass, like grass clippings and some pepper, or it's almost like a rosemary. It's come through really strong there. You don't get a fresh, you don't get a fresh cucumber scent. You don't get this green spice happening here. This is a very interesting bar, and I think they could have done a little better job with this one, if I'm being honest. Now moving over here to the Captain America, which is the Liberty Lather. It has a more unique bar, I guess, if you're gonna call it that. This is a fairly solid blue with a couple pink and white specks in here. Now, the scent on this is, well, a lot of people say it's a rebadged, was that Fresh Falls? But it also says here on the back that it's a citrus and cedarwood. So is this a citrus cedarwood rebadging with a Fresh Falls look? Probably. It's got a very familiar scent. It's actually really subtle. I'm going to say subtle, but it's actually kind of weak. Now the Iron Man. This one is the Invincible Iron Man. The Stark Cleanse. Woo! What the heck is the Stark Cleanse? I don't know. This one is a yellow bar, or maybe it's like a little orange with some red swirled in there. So this one's probably the most unique looking bar. I'm going to take it back on the Captain America. The Iron Man is probably the most unique with the swirls. Now this does have a Spice Bomb scent, and if you're familiar with Spice Bomb, it's a men's cologne, and this does have that Spice Bomb scent. It could almost be a Spice Bomb Extreme. There's a little bit more. Picking up what I want to say is vanilla in the background, but this says that it's a woodsy scent with amber and saffron. And maybe that amber saffron combination is giving me that smoothed over Spice Bomb scent here. But this one's not bad. I think this one's actually kind of good. We're going to put that right here, and we'll revisit all the scents here in a second. Last one up is the Divine Storm. This is Thor, the Mighty Thor. And it says this is a fresh spice with a musky undertone. And this is just a gray bar. And in typical Dr. Squatch fashion here, we've got dented corners and extra soap residue just dangling around and stuff. They really don't pay attention to the look and feel of their bar. What does it smell like? Well, it does kind of have that fresh spice with some undertones of musk. It's kind of good. This one's a little subtle, almost cologne-y. I like this one, actually. I was going to tell you I didn't like it because I smelt it before I started this review, and I was like, this is garbage. But right now, I actually kind of like it. Maybe it's because the other three are in contrast to this. This one's actually a little better. But we're going to put this one at number 2, right? I'm going to go ahead and do a tier list right now for you. I don't know how tier lists work, but that's number 2. I guess that's where we're going to start. And this one, it is Spice Bomb, man. I almost want to put this one number 1, but at the same time, you're duping Spice Bomb, so let's go ahead and put this number 2, and this can be number 1. Now, the Captain America has got to be number 3. Actually, you know what? This is going to be number 4. It's just a rebadge. I'm so tired of Dr. Squatch doing rebadges. It's pathetic. It's a cash grab. I just can't stand it. If you didn't know already, I don't really care for this brand. The Ice Cream Man convinced me to get some of these soaps and do this review, but this is not very good. This is weak. It's standard. It's typical. It's boring. And it's just, hey, let's rebadge this soap and sell it to people that either are Dr. Squatch fans who want to collect everything, or Marvel fans that want to collect stuff that, is Avengers. Now, this is actually going to throw you for a loop here, because this is so bad. This one is so bad that it's good. And this one's going to actually be number 1, okay? We're going to throw you for a loop here. This one's so bad that you're almost like intrigued. You almost want to come back to it. You're like, oh, is that bad? Oh. You know when you got one of those scents that's so bad you just want to keep sniffing it? This might be it. And it kind of reminds me of a sea urchin. Not that I've ever smelt a sea urchin before, but I get that cucumber with the spice. I don't know, it just makes me think of a sea urchin every time I sniff this. So that's going to go right here. And guys, we have a wild card today. We have a wild card in today's soap review. And that's going to be the free solo scrub. This smells just like Black Hole. One of the worst bars ever. This is like a dialed back Black Hole. This isn't as strong and as crappy musky as the Black Hole was, but this one's right there. And now I think they've dialed it back enough for me to think of the desert, I guess, if this is like the desert and rocks. Is that what this is supposed to smell like? It almost kind of smells like a rock. I don't know what a rock smells like, but that's the vibes I'm getting here from this. This isn't very good, but it is definitely better. Well, you know what? It's got to be right here. It's definitely better than the Captain America. Now, Dr. Squatch always puts these same saponified oils in their soaps, which are going to be the olive, palm, and coconut. And they also add some butter, like shea. Now, each individual bar will have added ingredients like mica and clay. And what else does this one have? So this one's got like some sea salt. That's what's going to make each of the bars unique. The actual base of each of these soaps is just those 3 saponified oils and a butter. So are these worth getting? I'd probably pass. Myself, I really probably didn't even want to buy these. When you buy from Dr. Squatch, you guys are giving your money to Targets, Walmarts, Kroger's, and you think you're supporting Marvel, but Disney owns Marvel. So for this IP to be on this box, this intellectual property to be on this box, Dr. Squatch has to pay Disney. So you're giving these big corporations money every time you buy soaps. When I bought these soaps, I gave these guys money, right? All these different companies that I don't really support, I'm giving money every time I buy Dr. Squatch, and I really don't like that. I like to support smaller soap makers or even smaller brands that, are starting to grow, and not giving their money to big corporations to, push them to the top. Dr. Squatch didn't invent making soaps. They just did a really good job at putting commercials out to make you think that their soaps were the best. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of this lineup in the comments down below. What is your favorite Dr. Squatch soap scent? And do you agree that when you buy Dr. Squatch soaps that you're just giving your money to the man? Or do you think that's just kind of blown out of proportion and this is still a great small business for you to support and put your money towards? Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, you like, you share, you subscribe. And if this is your first day on YouTube, then I actually needed to tell you that. If it's not your first day, then you probably already know how YouTube works. Cuddles, do you have anything to add to this review? Hey, that's going to wrap this review up. See you on the next adventure, and peace.